Good day. So today we will discuss the measures of relative position for the group and ungrouped data. I am Miss Joanna May S. Peñalosa for Mathematics and the Modern World subject. This lesson contains or talk about the position of a value relative to the other values in a data or in a set of data for both data, which is either group or ungrouped data. The most common measures of positions are percentiles, quartiles, and deciles. For today's lesson, the learner should be able to determine the position of the single value relation to other values of the ungrouped and ungrouped data set using the measures of position. A measures of position is a method by which the position that a particular data value has within a given data set that can be identified. As with other types of measure, like what we have discussed before, the measures of central tendency, the measures of dispersion, there is more than one approach to defining such a measure. We commonly refer to this measure of position as quantiles or fractiles. For quantiles, what does it mean? It is a score distribution where the scores are divided into different equal parts. There are three kinds of quantiles: the quartile, the decile, and the percentile. Later on, you will see that these three kinds of quantiles will have specific formula for the group and ungrouped data. Let's discuss first the quartile. When we say quartile, from the word itself, quart, so the distribution is into four equal parts. Quartile, a measures of position that divides the ordered observations or the score distribution into four equal parts. So for example, this is the diagram. This is the whole part, the yellow one. So when you divide it into four, they are 25% each, right? From the lowest value up to the highest value. So Q sub 1, Q sub 2, Q sub 3, this means that this is the first quartile, second quartile, and the third quartile. And of course, the highest value is the fourth quartile. Each of this portion contains 25% of the observations of a dataset arranged in increasing order. Remember that we will have the dataset in increasing order. Decile. A decile is a measure of position that divides the ordered observation or score distribution into 10 equal parts. So this is the diagram that shows the distribution of the decile. When we say dec or decile, it means that 10. So the distribution is divided into 10 equal parts. Okay? And each portion contains 10% of the observation of the dataset arranged in, again, increasing order. For percentile, it's a measure of position that divides the ordered observations or score distribution into 100 equal parts. Remember, when we say percent, it means that it is based on 100. And each portion or each of these portions contains 1% of the observation of the dataset arranged in increasing order. So this is how it looks like when you illustrate the percentile. And for the formula of the ungrouped data, here's the formula. So the capital letter Q, capital letter D, and capital letter P indicates that these are quartile uh, for the quartile, decile for D, and P for percentile. Okay, where K is the quartile location. Okay, and the N is the number of data or values, of data values or observation. So as you can see, halos similar lang naman ang ating formula. Okay? Nagkakaiba lang siya sa uh, position. One quartile dapat plus 4 divided by 4. Pag decimal, plus 10 divided by 10. And pag percentile, plus 100 divided by 100. So, pare-parehas lang naman yan. Let's take a look at this example. A classroom teacher gave a quiz to 9 students. The scores obtained are as follows. We have 10, 5, 9, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, and the 8. So you need to find the third quartile, the 8th decile, and the 95th percentile. So the first step is you need to arrange the data in order. As what we have read earlier, it should be in increasing order. So from lowest value up to the highest value. So it looked like this. So we have 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Step 2, let's solve what is being asked using the formula for quantiles. So let's write here first. This part we will solve for the Q sub 3 or third quartile. Here we will solve the D sub 8 or the 8th decile and our 95th percentile or P sub 95. I decided to put here the arranged data set. So let's solve first the third quartile. Right? The formula. So we have K times N minus 1 plus 4 all over 4 because we are looking for the score. So we have to write the nth score. And then substitute. So we have the number of the quartiles is the third one. We are looking for the third quartile. So 3 times, we have 9 observations here. So 9 minus 1 plus 4 all over 4. And then solve the numerator first. So you have 9 minus 1 is 8 times 3 is 24 plus 20 plus 4 is 28 divided by 4. So the answer here is 7, right? So the 7th score. We are looking for the 7th score in the data range. So the 7th score here is this, right? So therefore, our third quartile or the 7th score in the data arranged set is equals to 8. So this is the final answer. Next, let's solve the decile. Same procedure. So we have here the formula. This time it's plus 10 all over 10. So write the given. We have 9 minus 1 plus 10 divided by 10. Again, class, we cannot cancel the 10 here because there is the operation involved in we have two terms in the numerator, so hindi siya pwedeng i-cancel unless it's a multiplication uh, operation lang. So that time pwede yun. So we have 9 minus 1 is 8 times 8 is 64 plus 10 is 74 divided by 10. Am I correct? 9 minus 1, 8 times 8, 64 plus 10. And then 7 over 4. 74 over 10 is 7.4 score. Then, what is the 7.4 score here in our given? In this case, we do not have 7.4 score here in a data set. So what you need to do is, of course, the whole number is the 7th score. So meron na tayong 8, diba? You need to add the 0.4 in the score. But of course, you need to consider the next term kasi nasa gitna yung 7.4. Halos nasa gitna siya. So the next term is this one, right? The 8 and the 9. You need to get the difference of the 8 position to the 7th position. So that is 1. Then you meant to multiply the 0.4. So the answer is, or the 8th decile is, so the 7th score here is 8, then add the 0.4. So we have 8.4 or 8.40. Okay, I hope you understand that part. Last is the 95th percentile. Same procedure, right? The formula, this time it's plus 100, and then substitute. So we have 95th, 9 minus 1 plus 100. So we have 99 minus 1 is 8, right? So 8 times 95 is 760 plus 100 is 960 divided by 100. So the answer is 96 or 9.6. So the 9.6 score. Same procedure, you need to get the, am I correct? It's 760, not 960. Oh, it's 860, sorry. 860. So 9 minus 1 is 8 times 95 is 760 plus 100 is 860. So this is 860. So 8.6. You need to get the 8 position and the 9th position. So you subtract 10 to 9. So that is 1 times the decimal number nung ating score. So it's 1.6. Therefore, the P sub 95 is, so 8 position is 9, right? Plus 1.6 is 9.6. So this is the answer. I hope you understand this one. Okay? But of course, you need to be you just need to follow the formula. And you have to arrange the data first properly before you proceed to solving what is being asked. This time, we will discuss the quantiles formula for the group data. Okay, so medyo mahaba-haba siyang tignan, pero same pa rin, same procedure pa rin. But this time, you need to just have the LCB. The LCB means lower class boundary. Okay, so yun yung nagma-minus tayo ng 0.5 sa interval. And then, K is the quartile location, N is the sample size, CF is the cumulative frequency. Okay, but this time, this is before. You should have before. Kaya mayroong Q sub K minus 1. And then, F is the quartile class. Okay, same din ng decile, but this time, this is divided by 10. Same formula. And for percentile, it's divided by 100. Let's take a look at this example. So the data shown in frequency are distribution of 40 students, okay, in a mathematics class. Consists of 60 items. The We need to find the first quartile, the 5th decile, and the 85th percentile. But before that, let's try to complete the table distribution. So we have here the LCB and the less than cumulative frequency. So ito lang yung kailangan natin. What is LCB? So the lowest or the lower class boundary. So ito lang yung titignan natin. Okay? Yan lang. And you just need to subtract 0.5. So 10 minus 0.5 is 9.5. And then this time it's 14.5. 20 minus 0.5 is 19.5. Same procedure. So we have 24.5, 29.5, 24, 39, 44.5, and 49.5. So these are the lowest class boundary. Less than cumulative frequency is you just need to start here, 5. And then 5 plus 2 is 7, right? And then 7 plus 3 is 10. So same. 15, 17 plus 9 is 26. 26 plus 6 is 32, then 35, and then 35 plus 5 is 40. So as you can see, the number of class is same as the last less than cumulative frequency. So here is the table. Now we are ready to solve the first quartile, the 5th decile, and the 85th percentile. So here are the steps to solve the given problem. Step 1, we need to solve for kn divided by 4, kn divided by 10, and kn divided by 100 to defend if it is quartile, decile, or percentile. And the next step is you need to locate the quartile, decile, or percentile of the class starting from lowest class limit. Then locate the first value of less than cumulative frequency that is greater than or equal to the answer that you've got in step 1. And then calculate using the formula. Okay, so we are looking for the first quartile, right? Here is the formula, and here is our table of distribution. Okay, so the step 1 says that you need to locate or solve for the location. We have the k n over 4, right? Because this is quartile. Then, let's try to substitute. Our k is 1 because we are looking for the first quartile. So 1. And then our n here is 40. Then divided by 4. So we are looking for the 10th score. In this case, let's use red. In this case, we need to locate the 10th position in this group data using the less than cumulative frequency. So, dito siya. Ito siyang. Kaya itong part na to. Because of this 10. Then, we can solve using the formula. So, we have Q sub K, and the lowest class boundary of this quartile is 19.5, right? Plus, what is C? This is the class interval, which is 5, right? So, the distance between the class limit 14 and from 10 to 14 is 5. So, the class interval is 5. Then, our K times n divided by 4 is here, which is 10, minus the cumulative frequency of the before. So, if our cumulative frequency is 10 here, so yung kabila niya is, o yung previous niya is 7, all over the frequency. So, ito yon. Ito yung 7, and then this is the frequency, which is 3. Then, let's solve. So, we have 19.5 plus 5. So, 10 minus 7 is 3, divided by 3 is 1. Then, 1 times 5 is 5, plus 19.5 is 24.5. So, the first quartile score is 24.5. So, this is the final answer. Let's proceed to the next one. We have here the fifth decile. Our first step is we need to get the k times n divided by 10. So let's substitute 5, then 40 divided by 10. So we have here 200 divided by 10 is 20, right? Then let's try to use the formula. So we have d sub 5 is equals to, no, let's locate first Where is the 20th? Okay, so in this case, there's no exact cumulative frequency of 20, so we need to get the next one. So here, okay, and we need to find the previous CF and the frequency. Then let's try to go back. So the less than cumulative frequency is 34.5 plus the interval is 5, then the k times n divided by 10 is 20, minus the less than cumulative frequency, or the previous one, which is 17, all over the frequency is 9. So we have here 34.5 plus 5, then 20 minus 17 is 3, right? Divided by 9 is, so it becomes 1/3, or will we say 1 divided by 3 is somewhat 0.333, so on. Then let's try to multiply this to 5, so we have 1.65 or 1.667, and then plus the 34.5. So the answer is 36.167. So this is our fifth decile of this group data. Last but not least is the 85th percentile. Same procedure. So k and over 100. So we have 85th times 40 divided by 100. So let's solve first the numerator and then divided by denominator, which is 34. And then locate it to our table. I think it's here because in previous natin, which is 35. And then this is the less than cumulative frequency, and this is the frequency that we need. Use the formula, so we have P85 is equals to, the LCB is 44.5 plus our interval multiply to 34 minus the less than, which is 32 cumulative frequency, and the frequency is 3. Let's solve first the 34 minus 32, which is 2, and then divided by 3 is equal to 0.667, and then try to solve it. So 0.667 times 5 plus 44.5. The answer is 47.835. So that is our 85th percentile. I hope you learned a lot in this video lesson, and see you next time.